was the training most different this time around than from the original?
We're underwater.
How long can you guys hold your breaths for now?
You were really good.
5 minutes?
You were really good. I was
5
terrible.
minutes?
Yeah, but your breathing,
But
it was a
yeah,
whole technique.
It was a whole technique.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I just, happened to just take off my dress
Yeah.
and hop in the water and I could know how to do this. We did work with world-renowned free divers that train Navy SEALs, and he was training us for weeks and months, and we then sustained that training.
Heart rate.
You slow your, he gets us in a meditative state, and he helps us lower our heart rate. He helps us learn how to, through breathing techniques, like put a lot more oxygen into our bloodstream and eliminate a lot more carbon dioxide, so that we can sustain our breath. We were skeptical. Sam and I would always be like in a corner kind of whispering, going, are you gonna do it? Oh my God, I can't do it.
Hardest, scariest thing I've ever had to do.
Anxious driven. At this point also, we're coming into it a little older, a little crankier. We're also parents.
Right.
So there's a lot that we have to think about.
Yeah. But we manned up. Yeah, we manned
We
up.
totally did, man. We handled it. I put on my big girl pants,
But it's
and I did it.
it is. You're having all these protocols and techniques, and at the same time, then you have to let them all go and do scenes. And we're not talking just action scenes underwater. We're talking emotional scenes
underwater, and but can I tell you, we did the same thing in part 2 that we did in part 1. We surrendered.
Oh.
And beautiful and wonderful things came of it. And the frosting on the cake is you also walk away with skill sets that you had no idea you were going to obtain.
I see you. I see you.
This movie literally changed everything. When did you guys realize that you were doing something so groundbreaking and so special?
I think it was the first time that Jim showed me a rendering, even though it was a very rough rendering, of just like a small little piece in a scene between Jake and Neytiri. And I couldn't describe it. Grammar, I had no grammar to describe what my body was experiencing. It felt like an immersive experience.
Looks like you. This is your avatar.
Just relax and let your mind go blank.
When you're making it, you've got no idea. You're just trying to tell the best story you can tell.
Yeah.
And that's what Jim's always been about. It's always felt like a little independent movie. I know that sounds kind of bizarre, but the way we kind of are contained and kept away from everything. And we just tell this love story.
You have a strong heart. No fear.
It is such a beautiful love story at the heart of it. What was it about that and, the other themes in this movie that did really appeal to you guys? And why was now the time to do so much more Avatar?
Well, I think, the first one is about this young guy who goes to this other world, and his expectations of other cultures and of what people are doing to the planet are challenged. And that connectivity it's very important. After what we've gone through with COVID, I think we've all realized that we're not alone. None of us.
Jake, it's real simple.
I want you to learn from the inside. I want you to gain their trust.
And I think that once you look at the sequels of this, Avatar: Way of Water is about protecting whatever Jake discovered in that first movie, be it his family, be it the planet. And I think these are important issues.
And there's always a recurring theme, I guess, for Jim, is what happens when we get ahead of ourselves, when we take things for granted. And he was one of the first people of prominence that was initiating the conversations around environment. And he didn't get preachy. He delivered a beautiful, compelling love story set in a backdrop of a foreign planet where creatures were far more superior than humans had anticipated, and they're willing to fight back to protect what they believe is of high value, which is their environment. I was in my late 20s, and I didn't even think to sort of close the water faucet when I was brushing my teeth. I would just let the water run. And after there, I do believe that there was a before and after in my life, when it came to my sort of relationship with Avatar and relationship with an environmentalist like James Cameron.
Mm. Did you guys always know that there were going to be more movies? That the first one would not be the end?
Well, when we finished, Jim went down to the Mariana Trench. I didn't think he was going to come back. I thought a megalodon was going to
I
eat
was
him.
like, oh man.
Yeah, I was like, be careful, brother. And then after, once he resurfaced off that adventure, like, you know, he didn't. That's a weird downtime when I think about it. But
Kidding me?
you know, I think he mentioned to us, I want to continue the story. I've got a lot more to tell in Pandora, and I think across the course of this saga, that's what he's trying to do. He's going to keep expanding these themes and expanding this planet so it's not just like a factory of movies. It's a put together. It's going to tell this overall arc that can affect and change how you feel.